Hello, and welcome back to another Chris McPherson Show Daily Dose. It's another time of unpacking some cricket daily. The Under-19s Cricket World Cup is continuing on over in Namibia and Zimbabwe, and there's lots to unpack with 3 games overnight and more cricket coming thick and fast at us. Of course, if you enjoy your cricket and you're enjoying our updates, make sure to hit like on the video, get involved in the comments, let us know what your takeaways were from the games, and hit subscribe. That'll help us to continue to grow the channel and continue to bring you more and more cricket content as well as other sports as well. And of course, follow us along on our social media channels at The Chris Mack Show on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok. You can find us on all 4, and we'll bring you lots of snippets and content across those channels. But let's get into it. Let's get talking about what was an interesting day 4 with some mixed results at the Under-19 World Cup. Let's start with New Zealand. Their campaign finally got underway, the last of the 16 teams to get up and rolling, and they won the toss in Bulawayo and sent the USA into bat. And consistent early wickets did pin the US back early in their innings as the young Kiwis had them on the ropes at 5 for 40 at the end of the first power play. The Americans did rally, however, as Shiv Shani and Atish Sadini put on 57 for the 6th wicket before Nadini and Adit Kappa added another 103 for the 7th, and all of a sudden it was looking a little more competitive with America in a solid position. Satini continued on steering himself past 100, and as he finished at 117 not out eventually of 133 deliveries, and was certainly the main reason behind what looked like it may have been a potentially competitive total of 9 for 253 for the USA. Certainly a massive recovery from that position early on at 5 for 40. The pick of New Zealand's bowlers were their openers, Flynn Morey with 4 for 40 from his 10 overs, and Mason Clark with 3 for 55 from his 10. A notable asterisk for the Kiwis they'll need to work on in future games was their loose bowling with the extras. It was a significant contributor and indeed was the equal second highest run scorer for the US with 33 runs, including 32 wides. So certainly a work upon for the young New Zealand side. New Zealand's inning, unfortunately, was over really before it got started as the rain came in, as it has done in a number of these games in Windhoek, after just 1 over with New Zealand at none for 12. Off to a flyer, but it wasn't to be. That was all she wrote in terms of the weather gods having the final say. This one was a no result. 1 point each for both New Zealand and the USA, which means things are interestingly poised when we start to have a look at who finishes exactly where as this pool continues to wash up. In the second game in Harare, England won the toss and sent the host Zimbabwe into bat. The English struck with regularity and bowled with miserly accuracy and discipline, ensuring no Zimbabwean batsman passed 50 despite a number of middle-order bats getting starts. Most notably, Dhruv Patel got 36 from 53, and captain Simbarash Mudzengereri, who was 45 not out from 63 when the innings closed at 9 for 208. The English bowlers, the opening bowler, Manny Lubson, was the pick for them, taking 3 for 38 from his 10, tight and striking with consistency. In the chase, despite a couple of early wickets that started to just rattle things a little, but not too much, England ended up making short work of the total as Ben Mays and captain Thomas Rue came together, with Mays 77 not out at the end of 72 and Rue 86 not out from 66, both hitting 4 sixes and plenty of boundaries, steering the English home as they locked in a big net run rate boosting win, getting it done 8 wickets inside of 28 overs. Shelton Masvidalira claimed the 2 wickets for Zimbabwe and was the pick of their bowlers, but England continued to march on, now 2 from 2 in their pool games with 1 match to come. In the third and final match overnight, Afghanistan and the West Indies clash in Windhoek in Namibia in a game that could well define their group after Afghanistan's strong win over South Africa to start the competition. Afghanistan won the toss and they elected to bat as they set a solid, if not rapid tone, compiling a slow and steady unbeaten partnership in the power play. And they took that opening partnership onwards to the 18th over, where it was broken at 86 with Osman Sadat, who had become one of the pillars of the innings, leading the way. West Indies struck with some wickets from there before Sadat and captain Mahbub Khan partnered together to put on a fourth wicket stand of 77 to set up a strong total before Sadat departed for 88. Khan went on to fall just short of his opening bat score as the captain was out for 86 off 69 deliveries in the final over, but both had heavily contributed to the team total of 6 for 262, which certainly looked like it might put this fixture in the balance with a good chase or a good bowling effort. But the West Indies could never really mount a pursuit of their target of 263, so they lost consistent wickets with only 2 batsmen reaching double figures as wicketkeeper Jewel Andrews played a lone hand of 57 with carnage occurring all around him, as Wahidullah Zadran with 3 for 36 from 9, Katir Stanek-Zai with 3 for 20 from 5, and Noristani Omazai 4 for 16 from 7.2 decimated the West Indies, turning the screws to have them all out for 124 in the 34th over, securing a 138-run victory that sits Afghanistan in a very strong position in Group D with just one match versus Tanzania still to play. The Afghans are guaranteed a spot in the Super Six and can lock up top spot in their group with a win over the tournament debutants, Tanzania, next up. That moves on to tonight's fixtures, and let's start with Pakistan versus Scotland that will be played in Harare. Both sides yet to win after Pakistan's opening loss to England and Scotland's tournament opener against the host Zimbabwe was washed out. So this one will have plenty on it. A win for either side will certainly go a long way towards setting them up for progress to the Super Sixes. Next up, Sri Lanka take on Ireland in Windhoek in a massive game in Group A. Sri Lanka started with a huge statement against Japan and can double down their advantage here with a big performance over Ireland before they head into their final game, which could be group defining against Australia. The Irish, meanwhile, will want to bounce back here, knowing a win would all but secure their progress to the Super Sixes ahead of a final match against Japan, remembering they got their comp started with a loss to Australia. Finally, South Africa take on Tanzania at Windhoek. This is a clash with plenty riding on it as these two African sides clash on neutral ground. South Africa underperformed in their opening clash against Afghanistan, it's fair to say, will not want to enter the history books as Tanzania's first scalp at a Youth World Cup. For the Tanzanians, absolutely nothing to lose here against the big name South Africans, and they will hopefully throw caution to the wind. We saw them in the warm-up games manage to claim wickets and put on runs. If they could do that here, maybe, just maybe, an upset will be in the brewing. But that wraps our Day 4 recap and Day 5 look ahead for the Under-19s Cricket World Cup. Look forward to coming back to you again tomorrow to talk some more Under-19s World Cup. Stay tuned. We'll have another cricket episode dropping later today, recapping New Zealand and India's one-day international series. But until then, a big thanks to you for tuning in. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Get involved in the comments as well. Let us know who you think is a smoky for this Under-19s World Cup. Who's underrated, who's on the charge. And we look forward to bringing you back more cricket again tomorrow. But until then, signing out on your home of the black and white of sports, no grey opinion here, the Chris McPherson Show.